What's going on, guys? It's Fresh Baked Pie here, and today I'm going to talk to you about some stuff that you might want to keep in mind for the Steel Rain update that comes out in just 4 days. So that's how many days you have left to do any sort of preparation for the update, if you wanted to do any at all, because come July 7th, the update will be here and all the changes that it brings will be live. So keep that in mind. If you've been trying to get legendary modules, if you've been trying to max out your script, if you've been trying to max out your caps or your gold bullion, you have 4 more days to do all of that. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I'm going to go through some things I think you may want to do, may consider doing, and some things that you probably don't really need to be doing. And then I'm going to go over kind of what I plan to do and the things I'm going to go after and the future of this channel moving forward, because after the update goes live, I won't have any PTS stuff to show you guys, and there won't be a whole lot of Steel Rain content to really go over. It'll just kind of be stuff you explore on your own. Not that I won't still be doing Fallout 76 videos, I absolutely will, but I probably will be branching out into the other Fallout games. I've always planned on doing this, but I'll kind of explain that at the end of the video. So let's dive right into some Steel Rain talk. Okay, so first thing I wanted to talk about with Steel Rain that's going to change is Minerva, the gold bullion vendor. She's going to offer some discounted gold bullion plans. She's not that bad, actually, if it's a way for you to get stuff you don't have, that you want still, that you were working on whatever character, because the discounts are pretty significant. Maybe not necessarily per discount, but they are a lot more significant when you add up the total of gold bullion saved, depending on what you're going for. So just remember, Minerva will be available at Crater, Fort Atlas, and Foundation. She will rotate from those sites. She'll be located somewhere near the entrance. I would love to show you some recorded footage, but I'm a potato and didn't record it correctly. So when you see this, it's just daily ops because I failed at life. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so next up is to keep in mind about the legendary crafting system, guys. It is not a way to directly upgrade your already decent 1 or 2 star items. It is not a way to re-roll your 3-star items that you like into something with the same effects, but a chance of it being better. Now, it is possible that that could happen. Say, you know, you had a weapon or a piece of armor you really liked and it was a good 2 out of 3 stars, but you wanted to try and get that final 3rd star effect that you liked. The chances of that is extremely slim to none, and what's most likely going to happen is that you're going to wind up with a weapon or armor piece that you don't like at all, and its effects are completely different, and you just ruined one of your best pieces of gear. So do not use the legendary crafting system on your already established good items. Make sure just to craft another non-legendary version of whatever it is you want to try to get. Say it's the Gatling gun. If it were me and I wanted to try and get a better roll, I would craft a new Gatling gun and then use my legendary modules and cores on that to roll a 3-star, and if it comes out with the effects that I want, then obviously I keep it. If it doesn't, then I will re-roll it. So just keep that in mind. It's not a way to directly upgrade anything good you already have, so do not use it on stuff that you plan on keeping, because chances are you're just going to make it something garbage, or, you know, completely lose what you had, and then you'll be angry. Continuing on with some other legendary crafting stuff, it is going to be expensive to craft legendary items, specifically weapons and power armor. It's going to cost you 4 legendary cores and 4 legendary modules and 5 legendary cores per 3-star weapon or 3-star piece of power armor. So you're definitely going to want to be on the grind for both of them. Hopefully you've been doing what you can to prepare and stock up on legendary modules before this update, or at the very least you've stocked up on some script. If you have seen my previous video about using your script to buy all the power armor you can at 1 star and then trade it to whatever character you want to use, ignore that, guys. That was in the rush to get unyielding power armor. That's no longer something I would recommend. I highly recommend using your script specifically and solely on the legendary modules. I do not recommend playing her gambling game where you buy a random, 1, 2, or 3-star item. Save your script up, get your legendary modules, grind out your legendary cores through the bosses and the public events and daily ops. And then whenever you have a bit of a surplus, then I would start crafting. It's not going to be that fun if you get 4 modules and 5 cores and that's all you have, and then you go up and you craft a piece of power armor, and not only is it not something that you wanted, it's the only role you could do. So even though you didn't have legendary power armor, you have maybe semi-useful effects, but it's nowhere near as fun as building up quite a bit of modules and cores to use at a time. And then you can either try and get the role that you want, or you can try and get multiple roles, which is what I'm going to do with my legendary modules and cores. So my plan, what I'm personally going to be doing, is getting through the Steel Rain expansion, the story, as quickly as I can to get to the rewards at the end, because that's what I'm going to want to start working on, is the Hellcat power armor. I'm going to be looking to get a legendary set of that, and I'm going to be unlocking the Calibrated Shocks and Emergency Protocol mod. I'm going to go buy those from Regs and then equip them to the set. That way it's usable and ready to go right off the bat. And then I'll work on grinding out the legendary cores and grinding out script to keep purchasing legendary modules. That's basically going to be my priority when I am logged in and playing. Of course, I will still be doing the scoreboard daily and weekly challenges like always, but top priority for me for the foreseeable future of my playtime will be to grind out the cores and to grind out legendary gear through whatever means to get script and spend it on legendary modules at the purveyor. I would not recommend buying anything but those for the time being. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing and kind of how I'm going to be playing. I'm probably going to try and develop a routine of jumping from the different boss fights to the active public events while I'm on the server. And then once I've completed the boss fights that give me those guaranteed legendary core drops, I will go ahead and server hop if there are no available public events. And I'll just keep repeating that process over and over until I have a good stockpile of legendary cores and a good stockpile of legendary modules, and then I will probably go ahead and bulk craft to get the effects and the roles that I want. Personally, for me, I am going to be going for a set of Overeater's power armor. I don't really know in the way of weapons what all I'll be going after. Really nothing until I'm done with my armor, but then I might try and expand my armory a little bit, or my arsenal a little bit, and branch out to some different weapons, see if I can get good rolls on those and just play around with them. That's personally what I'm going to be doing, getting through the quests as fast as possible, which of course I don't recommend if you do like to pay attention to the story content, because the campaign, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but it's pretty good for a free expansion. I enjoyed it. Didn't think it was the worst thing ever. So that's my rating right there. It's pretty good. But that's me. That's what I'm going to be doing. That's what I recommend you do if you don't really care about the story, is get through it ASAP, get the rewards, and then get working on that grind for the modules and the cores, and of course the scoreboard if you want those seasonal rewards. A couple things to keep in mind if you are going for Overeaters, that's what you plan on using on your power armor. For all you power armor users, Perfect Bubblegum will be a nice little touch. It eliminates the loss of thirst or hunger, I believe, for up to an hour. So make sure to make good use of that. You don't have to use it all the time, obviously, but if you know you're going to be running into Scorched Earth, Encrypted, or other events like Daily Ops, anything that you just don't really want to watch your hunger and thirst bar on, depending on how you keep them full, then pop a Perfect Bubblegum and you're good for an hour. Just something to keep in mind. I do believe the carry weight boosters are going to be sold for gold bullion if that's something you use as well. So another thing to keep in mind. Okay guys, and that is just about it as far as what I have left to say or advise on in regards to the Steel Rain update. It's basically here, so I'm kind of at the point where I no longer have a bunch of new and useful information to give out to any of you guys. You're about to experience it for yourself if you haven't had a chance to play on the PTS, and you're going to be able to go after the legendary cores and participate in the legendary crafting. You're going to be able to get all the new seasonal content and play the new Steel Rain questline. So let me know what you guys think. Are any of you excited about the Steel Rain questline? Are you excited about legendary power armor? Are you excited about any of the new legendary effects? What is your plan once Steel Rain goes live? Are you going to be looking to enjoy and immerse yourself in the story? Are you going to be looking to rush through it and get to the new rewards and start grinding out those cores? What weapons, what armor are you looking forward to? What are you going for? Let me know all of it down in the comment section below. Alright guys, so the final thing to talk about today is the future of the content that comes out on the channel. Now that sounds a lot more serious than it actually is. I basically just mean that I'm going to get back into the habit of playing the other Fallout games while also playing 76, and if I think of something, I will make a video about it and post it. Generally with Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas, it's probably not going to be like anything informative. It'll probably be something that might try to be funny or kind of, action comedy, something in that general area. I'm not going to try and produce, content about old games at this point that is very informative. There's so much stuff that's been covered about those video games at this point. It's basically overdone. So and that doesn't mean that Fallout 76 will still not be getting any attention or anything like that. I'm definitely going to keep making Fallout 76 videos anytime there's news to talk about, anytime I think of something that might be useful to you, or something that I think you should see. I will definitely put that out as quick as I can with as good as quality as I can and good of sources that I can find to make sure that the information I'm sharing with you is valid. So let me know though, would you rather see Fallout 4 content or Fallout 3 content or Fallout New Vegas content, or do you want me to strictly stick to Fallout 76? Let me know what you think, or if you have any ideas or anything you would just like to see in general from any of the Fallout games. That's going to do it for today, guys. If you made it this far into the video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already, as those both help me out greatly. My name is Fresh Baked Pie. I hope you have a great day no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, and I'll see you next time.